Phoebe was her only buddy, and after 3 years together, the cat had gotten used to Morgan talking to it as if it were human. "What would I do without you, Phoebe?" She bent down and stroked the cat's belly. "My only friend. Now how pathetic does that make me?" Fortunately, Phoebe didn't answer, but at least Morgan had someone to converse with, even if the conversation was one-sided. Who else would she talk to? It wasn't like she invited people over on a regular basis. She didn't socialize with the resort staff, and she would certainly never get to know the customers on an intimate level. Intimate, right. No intimacy. Don't get close. Keep your distance, Morgan. Don't let anyone find out about you. Don't develop relationships. Don't have friends. If you get friendly, someone might slip, and then they'd know. In so many ways, David still controlled her. She was even afraid to make friends here at the resort. When would she be free? Would she ever be, or was she doomed to this life of solitude she'd created for herself? She stepped into her bedroom and changed from her shorts and tank top to a long red and yellow flowered sarong. Tying it off and tucking the ends between her breasts, she stepped in front of the mirror and turned around to make sure none of the scars were visible. She wound her hair up in a twist and secured it with a clip. Satisfied, she headed to the resort to meet Anthony Marino. Tony Marino surveyed the lobby of Paradise Resort. Not at all what he expected. He'd been there 5 minutes already and had yet to spot any whips, chains, or naked people. Hell, he'd expected to find couples screwing on the front step, but this place looked just like any other tropical hotel. Women wandered around in bikinis, men in shorts and stupid flowery shirts. They weren't all beautiful either, all shapes, sizes, and ages. The resort wasn't the typical hedonistic type of private vacation spot catering to the 20-something crowd. This place could have easily been any hotel in any part of the world. Except it wasn't just any hotel. It was Paradise Resort, quickly gaining in popularity as the place for sexual frolic. Anything you could imagine could be had here, with anyone who was game enough to have it with you. If he wasn't on assignment, he'd consider dabbling in some of the recreation himself. Unfortunately, he was only here to observe and gain whatever dirt he could on the owner and manager of this place, the mysterious Morgan Brown. Despite all his research skills and resources, he hadn't been able to find anything personal about this woman. Business tidbits, information on her purchase of the resort, yeah. Personal information was non-existent. She sure as hell hadn't dropped onto Earth 3 years ago, but that's how it seemed, which only made her more intriguing. If there was one thing Tony loved, it was a mystery. Mystery typically led to scandal, and scandal led to big money. "Anthony Marino?" He turned at the sound of the soft voice behind him, and his knees wobbled. Holy shit. She was some gorgeous woman. Flaming red hair curled atop her head, a few loose pieces twining against her face. She had a cute little nose and pouty full lips that instantly grabbed his cock's attention. Down, boy. And where the hell had his power of speech gone? Christ, he'd just regressed 15 years to those awkward, fumbling teenage days. "Yeah?" was all he could manage. She held out her hand. "I'm Morgan Brown." Well, that figured. This was hell, and she was his personal Beelzebub. His eternity would be spent in look but don't touch torture. "Miss Brown," he finally said, shaking her petite hand. "Call me Morgan." Her voice melted over him like butter on a hot English muffin. Smooth. "I'm Tony." She raised a brow and smiled. "Very well, Tony. Welcome to Paradise Resort." If she kept looking at him that way, he was going to be one painfully hard Tony in no time at all. She tilted her head to the side, studying him, then looked down at his jeans and tennis shoes and back up again at his polo shirt, concentrating on his chest. When her gaze swept back up to meet his, she frowned. What? This was a resort? He was a reporter. Was there a dress code no one told him about?